Everyone, today I'm going to be talking about something a little different. I'm going to be talking about my ink collection so far in 2021. So, where I'm going to start is with my Pilot inks. So, to start off, this is Pilot Iroshizuku Konpeki in a 50 milliliter bottle, and this is one of my favorite blue inks. I think it's a staple in any ink collection. For my second ink, this is 100th anniversary limited edition Pilot ink. This is the Jirogen, and this is a nice, soft, lavender-colored purple. So I'll show you the swatches for that brand of ink. Just flip through my little swatch book. I must have missed it. Let's see. Here it is. It swatches as a nice vibrant blue, but once you write with it, it really picks up a deeper hue to it. For the Georgian, let's flip to the purple section. This is the other Pilot Iroshizuku ink. It's a nice soft lavender, and it swatches a little darker than it actually writes. Okay, let's get on to the next section of ink. Next section of ink is Mont Blanc. So let's start with the normal colors, and then we'll move on to the special edition inks. So this is my only standard issue Mont Blanc ink. This is Mont Blanc Toffee Brown. Comes in a 60 milliliter bottle that when you're low on ink, you can actually tilt the bottle so the pen can fit and be fully submerged in the ink. So here's a swatch of that. It's just going to be in the back because it's a darker ink. Or maybe not. Here it is. It's a nice espresso colored brown, and I've used this in a Lamy 2000 so far. Okay, let's get on with the special edition Mont Blanc inks. So this is a nice, bright, vibrant purple ink. This is Mont Blanc Psychedelic Purple, and it comes in a 50 milliliter bottle, and this is one of my favorite inks. I use this mostly in my Sailor 1911 large, and I've used it also in a Parker 51. So this comes in a 50 milliliter bottle, and let's place that down right there. And in regard to a swatch of that ink, let me pull it up. Well, not pull it up, more like sort through my ink cards. So this is the Psychedelic Purple. It's a nice, bright, poppy colored purple, and it really is vibrant. It's one of my favorite purples. Okay, next special edition. This is an ink I use quite a bit, and you've seen it in some of my reviews. This is still the same 50 milliliter bottle, but this is Mont Blanc Petrol Blue. This is a nice, deep, it has a little bit of green in it. It has a lot of green in it, and it's a very nice, rich, dark-colored blue. It's like my favorite ink. It's a nice, deep blue, but still has some nice pop to it. But it is dark and looks very professional. Okay, next ink. So this is my newest acquisition of Mont Blanc inks. I got this in the Mont Blanc flagship store in New York City. This is Mont Blanc Blue Planet from the Star Walker collection, 50 milliliter bottle, but I've used this in a Parker Vacuum Max so far. And it's glass bottle with a nice Mont Blanc snowflake on the top with a chrome ring, and a nice looking bottle overall in ink. Okay, let's get on to my Diamine. So this is my only Diamine 80 milliliter bottle because I don't use that many different inks. I prefer to stick with a few inks. So this is Diamine Wild Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to show you guys a swatch for Star Walker. Blue Planet. So this is the swatch. It's a nice deep blue. Okay, let's get back to Diamine. So this is the Wild Strawberry ink. It comes in the standard Diamine 80 milliliter bottle, and it's a nice bright strawberry colored red ink. And here's the swatch. See, sort through this. Here it is. Very vibrant ink, but as you can see, it shows up quite bright on paper and in the swatch. So, next Diamine ink, I put this in a, this is in a Monte Verde 30 milliliter bottle, because I find the openings for these bottles are quite narrow, and I can't fit some of my pens into it. So this has a much larger mouth, and I labeled the brand of the ink and the color. So that's that. And then a swatch is, oh, it's right here. Nice and convenient. So it's like a rusty kind of coppery color, and it has a little bit of orange in it, but it still has a little brown. Next ink is in the same Monte Verde bottle. This is Diamine Oxford Blue. It's a nice deeper blue. I find works well in all pens. It's a little lighter, but as you can see, it writes much darker than it swatches. And then the last Diamine ink is this ink right here. I'm gonna pull up get the swatch out quick. Here it is. Diamine Imperial Purple. Very nice, dark, vibrant purple with it. It swatches pretty dark, but has nice shading to it. Okay, let's move on to my only Robert Oster ink. This is a Federalist Pens exclusive ink. This is Robert Oster Frankly Green. And let's get this to focus. Well, anyway, it's a nice dark green, and it comes in a 50 milliliter bottle. It's a plastic bottle, so it won't break. But I find this ink behaves a little unpredictably in some of my vintage pens. But overall, I really like the color of the ink. So let's show, let's see. Let's show the Frankly Green. Here's the Frankly Green. So it's a nice dark green ink with some good shading to it, and I really like the color. I really like the color a lot. And I forgot to pull these down here. So this is a Birmingham Pencil ink, and this is a bottle of Lamy Blue. Get onto that next. I'll put that there for now and move this over and put this with the other Lamy ink. So let's move on to Lamy ink anyway. So this is a 50 milliliter bottle of Lamy Blue, and what's really interesting about this ink is you can buy the Lamy Inkex pen, and it becomes a erasable ink, which I think is really cool. So next ink, this is a Crystal Series Lamy ink. This is Obsidian. Nice dark ink. I forgot to show you. Oh, it was already open. So this is the Lamy Blue. And then the black inks for this in my swatch book is in the back. Nice dark black. It's like the darkest, my favorite black ink. So let's get on to Birmingham, the only Birmingham ink. This is Birmingham's Penco Cold Steel. Nice dark blue ink. I really like my blue inks. Let's pull this up. Okay. Oh, here it is. Nice dark blue. has a bit of black in it, but overall it's a very well behaved ink. I love using it in my vintage pens especially, and on cheap paper I find, because it does not like to bleed or feather or anything. Okay, let's get on to Watermen. I only got one bottle of Watermen. It looks quite empty right now because I'm getting ready to travel. So I sucked some of this out and put it in a smaller ink bottle so I can bring it on plane. Okay, so noodlers. Let's start with a special, a limited edition ink. This is a 2019 bottle of the Boston Pen Show ink. This is the Boston Brahmin Eye of the Portugal ink. It's nice. It's a very interesting ink, and I've used it in a couple vintage pens. It's probably the only Noodler's ink I would use in a vintage pen, but it is, or like, what's the word for it? It is washable, yeah. So it's a washable ink, and it can wash off your hands, so I find it's very easy if you're just doing pens where you're just inking up for a short period of time, or if it's a wet writing pen. It's a very cool looking ink, but it's like, it has a bit of gray in it, I would say, but it has it writes, it's a very interesting looking blue. Next ink, second, almost to the last bottle. This is Noodler's Bay State Blue, very bright ink. I wouldn't use it in any nice pen because it can stain over time. So it's best to use that ink in a cheaper pen. So let's find that ink. Oh, I'm sorry, here's the Watermen. It's nice royal blue. Here it is, very vibrant blue. It's really, really vibrant. Like I'd say it's like more of a standard looking blue color. And then last but not least is Noodler's Black. It's a must have. It's one of my few black inks I have. Well behaved, waterproof, bulletproof, and it washes off plastic and glass. And it comes in a big bottle. These are both 90 milliliter bottles. And there's the swatch for that ink. Let's pull it up. Let's get it. Flip to the beginning here. And there it is, nice dark black. It's not as dark as the Lamy Obsidian, but it's still a well-behaved and good-looking ink overall. So that concludes today's review on my ink collection for 2021 so far. It is June, it's the end of June, it's June 30th, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and please like and subscribe, and hit the bell icon for updates on new videos. My name is Bruce, and thanks for watching.